A house is never just a house. We grow up believing a house is shelter, walls, a roof, a place to sleep. But in the house on Mango Street, a house is something heavier. It is identity. It is shame. It is hope. It is a promise that keeps getting delayed. Esperanza, the young narrator, does not want much. She does not dream of luxury. She dreams of belonging, not a temporary place, not a rented space, not a house she has to explain. A real house, a house that means she matters. Mango Street is a state of mind. Mango Street is not just a location. It is a condition. It represents a world shaped by poverty, race, gender, and silence. A place where people are stuck, not because they lack dreams, but because the world gives them no room to move. Everyone on Mango Street carries something unfinished, unfulfilled potential, postponed happiness, inherited disappointment. The street teaches Esperanza early. This is not where dreams come to grow. It's where they wait. The weight of being seen and misunderstood. Esperanza becomes aware of how others see her. The neighborhood name sounds foreign. Her house looks small. Her life feels exposed. She learns that perception can trap you faster than reality. People look at Mango Street and decide who belongs there. They assume limits. They expect nothing more. This is the quiet violence of labels. They define you before you speak. Esperanza feels this tension constantly, the desire to disappear, and the desire to be seen for who she really is. Women trapped behind windows. One of the book's most painful themes is womanhood. Esperanza watches women whose lives shrink instead of expand. Women who wait by windows. Women who marry too young. Women who trade freedom for safety. Women whose names fade after marriage. They are not weak. They are contained. Their stories teach Esperanza something frightening. Life can quietly close in on you, one compromise at a time. The fear of becoming what you see. Esperanza does not only observe these women. She fears becoming one of them. She fears staying too long, settling too early, losing her voice, accepting a life she did not choose. This fear becomes fuel, not ambition, not ego, escape. But escape is complicated, because leaving means abandoning people who cannot leave. Language as survival. Esperanza begins to write, not because she wants to be a writer, but because words give her control. Language becomes her private room, her rebellion, her map out. Through storytelling, she learns you can live in a place without belonging to it. Writing allows her to reshape meaning, to name pain, to hold memory without being crushed by it. Identity is not inherited, it's chosen. Esperanza struggles with her name. It carries history, culture, expectation. She realizes identity is both a gift and a burden. You inherit stories, but you decide which ones define you. This realization marks her shift from observer to architect of her future, leaving without erasing the past. The most important truth of the book is this. Esperanza will leave, but not to forget, not to erase, not to pretend Mango Street didn't shape her. She will leave to return through memory, through voice, through responsibility. She understands something rare. Escaping a place does not mean escaping who you are. It means carrying it differently. The cost of silence. Many characters suffer not because of cruelty, but because of quiet. They do not speak. They do not ask. They do not leave. Silence keeps them safe and trapped. Esperanza learns that silence is never neutral. It either protects you temporarily or destroys you slowly. What Mango Street really teaches. This book is not about childhood. It is about awareness. It shows how early we learn. Social limits, gender roles, economic boundaries, invisible ceilings, and how difficult it is to unlearn them. Esperanza's growth is not dramatic. It is internal, slow, honest. That is why it lasts. Why this story endures. The house on Mango Street does not shout. It whispers. Its power comes from restraint, from clarity, from emotional precision. It tells us, you don't need to be loud to be brave. You don't need to escape your past to outgrow it. You don't need permission to imagine more. Sometimes the bravest act is refusing to accept the life handed to you. A house can protect you, or can define you. Mango Street teaches Esperanza what she must not become, so she can decide who she will be. And that is the quiet revolution at the heart of this book. Not rage, not rebellion, but self-definition. Some people are born into streets. Others are born into possibilities. The rare ones learn how to build their own. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Like if this message reminded you of where you come from. Comment, what part of your story do you rarely talk about? Subscribe for weekly book wisdom. Share with someone who is still finding their place.